Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on wherever you are joining the session. My name is Jayant, and I'm going to present a Salesforce topic today. So I've been working in the Salesforce ecosystem from quite some time, and I've seen new products being added to the Salesforce ecosystem. So Salesforce has acquired a lot of companies in the past and have built a complex ecosystem of related products and services. So a lot of people would ask this question, right? How does it all fit together? Yeah. So, well, the answer is not so simple. Um, it really depends on a number of factors, right? For example, what are the use cases? Which industry it caters to, right? Whether it's a B2B or a B2C scenario, the organization's actual needs. It also depends on whether a company is running a small project or they are running a large transformation program, right? So depends on a variety of factors. And that's why we are here, because our topic is how Salesforce product come together. Now, so where should we start? We'll start with a case study. We'll talk about a company that is planning to go through a transformation program and they want to evaluate Salesforce products. Yeah. So they have heard, they have heard a lot about Salesforce as a company. They have heard about Salesforce product and services. They're pretty excited to hear more, right? Now, with the help of Pat, so Pat is our enterprise architect. He worked for a system integrator. We'll do a we'll do a short workshop because we have only 45 to 50 minutes to sketch out the products that would be recommended for the transformation program. And we will also have a brief look into the high-level integrated architecture. Yeah. This is not a very comprehensive case study. Think about it. This is more from a learning perspective. So it does not contains everything that is related to our transformation program, but it summarizes well how the typical transformation process looks like. Now, with that, let's go to the next slide. About me, I won't take much time, probably 1 minute. My name is Jayant. I have 12 plus years of Salesforce experience. I have expertise on the multi-cloud, primarily on the B2B side, but also have worked on the B2C side of the Salesforce projects and programs. I worked as a principal architect, enterprise architect, solution architect, and of course, as a technical architect. Also played other roles during my overall career journey. I have 26 Salesforce certifications. Some of these are expired by Salesforce, but this contains major certifications like B2B and B2C solution architect. Technical architecture certification I've done except CTA, overall 30 certifications, including some of the DevOps certifications. Also, my focus currently is on the enterprise architecture. I have done a lot of technology consulting. I've worked with Brilio, I've worked with PwC, IBM, Deloitte, and Accenture. In terms of skills, as I said, I am doing enterprise architecture at this point of time, and I love doing it. I also do Salesforce multi-cloud implementation, do a lot of cross-cloud architecture, integration architecture stuff, and I also do help the company into pre-sales and solutioning. Pretty good. So let's go to the next one. Yeah, so if you want to look into my previous sessions, so basically I'm also a public speaker and I present a lot of physical as well as online sessions so far. I present in places like Apex Hours and also Architect Journeys. And this is my third session with the Apex Hours. Previously, I have presented sessions on Salesforce B2B solution architecture and as well as B2C solution architecture. So if you want to view these session, you can go to the Apex Hours YouTube channel. Okay, so now let me introduce you to a fictitious company. This company is called Universal Supply Chain Solution LLP. It's a fictitious company just created for this case study. So about the company, it's a B2B company. It has 14 billion USD in revenue, presence in the US primarily and Canada and also Europe. They have more than 75,000 employees. They are expanding into the growth markets like Asia Pacifics, India, China. They plan to launch new products in coming year. The product and services is mostly on the supply chain solution, warehouse equipments, warehouse, and they do a lot of warehouse automation, right? So all those products and services. Currently, they have started a transformation program, and the transformation program is coming due to the business challenges they have faced in the last few years. Some of the challenges were due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but it's also ongoing because they are using a lot of manual process. The overall end-to-end process are slow. And due to that, customer satisfaction has decreased, and they are trying to measure it, and they feel that it's the poor customer satisfaction at this point of time. They have a very lengthy sales cycle, right? So sometimes it takes almost an year to complete their sale. Those sales are large scale deals, but still 1 year is a large time. It's a big time. They also have internal friction and lack of collaboration internally, which they want to reduce because it cannot go completely altogether, but they want to reduce the internal friction, and they want to do a lot of collaboration work, right? They are not able to serve their customers using a lot of different digital channels, so that's also a problem for them. And also because the data is not available fully, right? So they have a low visibility on the KPI, so they don't have connected systems and all, which is not able to provide 360-degree view of their business. So what are the top priorities for the CEO and the CXOs, right? So of course, as I said, from the challenges comes the priority, the goals. So they want to increase the automation in the company. They want to go digital. They definitely want to increase the customer satisfaction across different channels. They want to reduce time to market. They are, as I said, they are coming up with a new products, and they want to reduce the time to market. They want to have a 360-degree view of the customers across all the business units. They want to also do a lot of collaboration so that they can become far more productive in the work they are doing. So these are the top priority. Of course, there are a lot of other priorities also, but these are the top ones. So with that, they have started the transformation program, Vision 2024. That's a transformation program they have started. So with this, the CXOs want to launch a transformation program, and they want to transform the way the company works, right? It's a multi-million US dollar program, and will run for many years. And the end result will be the rollout of the new application, the business processes to different countries for the employees, customers, and partners, right? Now, to enable them or help them in their journey, they have taken many partners along with them, which includes system integrator, various software vendors, and many contractors. Great. Now it's time to introduce Pat. So he's our enterprise architect. He's having 10 plus years of Salesforce experience. He has done a lot of multi-cloud engagement. He has good understanding of business, IT, and also, of course, Salesforce products. He has worked across multiple industries. He also, apart from a lot of Salesforce products, he also have experience on the technology like SAP, AWS, etc. And more importantly, he's a trusted advisor, right? So he is consulted by many customers in US and other regions, right? So he's our man for doing the enterprise architecture work, right? So he will help the company in the transformation program, right? So he's a very seasoned architect and has worked on similar transformation program, right? So um, once he was onboarded, he's helping the core team in identifying the key business drivers, the challenges. He's also supporting the functional team in creating the end-to-end processes, detailing out the use cases, doing the fit gap analysis, also involve the process harmonization, trying to understand how the customer journeys looks like at this point of time. What are the key challenges they are facing? What the new journeys, customer journey or internal user journeys will look like, right? He's also part of the team which is doing the vendor selection, right? So apart from Salesforce, there are the products, but he's also part of the team which is doing the vendor selection. So he will be basically working on the as-is and the target state. So enterprise architecture, system tools, interfaces, data management. He's also part of the program governance and also will create a Salesforce roadmap. Pretty good. So he is our man to do the job. So he is going to help us today. Okay, with that, let's quickly jump into the requirements. Yeah, and this is essentially a summary of the core requirement, right? There are far more minor requirements which are also part of this, but those are not covered due to limited time today. Practically speaking, there will be hundreds of requirements per capability, right? We cannot talk everything in 45, 50 minutes, but this is a summary of the very high level business capabilities they want to do. Some of these are implemented, some of these are not implemented, some of these might be shifted from one system to the other system, right? That's our purpose. So let's talk about these one by one. So we will start with the sales, with the sales requirement. Um, so um, so it's essentially it is the typical sales requirement, right? So it talks about the lead management, right? So the company want to capture leads from different sources. They want to nurture the leads. They want to contact the leads at the right time by sending them the right information at the right time. They want to send the targeted emails, all those stuff they want to do. Apart from customer and business contact management, they also want to have activity management in the system because as a sales rep, you will create a lot of tasks and events, right? So you need to have your calendar set up. You need to have a lot of other things which are part of your daily jobs, right? So they want to have a sort of robust activity management in place. On the sales management side, they want to manage the life cycle of the sales. They want to optimize their opportunity life cycle, as currently it takes a lot of time to close deals, right? And they want to reduce manual work as part of the sales process. On the service side, they want to, on the service side, they have service request handling, they have service request orchestration. So they want to manage the life cycle of the customer request. This could be complaints, model calls, so the business inquiries. They want to route the service request based on, a complex criteria, which could include like a zip code, city, country, all those stuff, business line maybe, yeah. They also want to also enable the self-service for their partner, and they have a large support team, and they want to provide a unified agent experience, right? They also want to understand, what are the Salesforce offering in terms of the customer telephone interface CTI, and if required, they will basically they'll go for it. Also, they want to the company would like to receive feedback once a service request is resolved. This way, they would be able to provide better customer experience in the future, right? On the marketing side, of course, we have marketing strategy. yeah, on the customer journey. So they want to enable the customer journey and contact customers at each step of the journey wherever required. They also would like to send promotional emails to their existing or new customers. So they want to basically do the personalization. They also want to set up the preference and privacy management, as part of the overall solution, right? On the CPQ and billing side, so product and pricing configuration, they have complex products and would like to have an ability to configure the product. They would also like to set up dynamic pricing, which is based on multiple criteria, country, the type of discounts they have, all those things, right? And they want to have a quote management process, which includes the creation of the quote, sending it to the customer, negotiation, revision of the quote, signing of the quote, right? And of course, the other stuff which comes with it, like contracts, billing and invoicing management, and overall revenue recognition process. On the commerce side, so they are not selling via digital channels at this point in time. So they want to set up B2B web shop, right? So they do not have digital storefront, and they are quite interested in setting up a storefront for their needs across different countries. With that, other important stuff like merchandising would also be required. Then they also want to set up product recommendation. They also wanted to provide assisted sales, right? They also want to provide ability to self-service by their customers, and of course, they want to capture the orders via different channels. On the analytics side, they want to have the basic reporting capabilities as part of the, let's say, a certain product like sales, right? But they also want the enhanced analytics capabilities using visualization, using dashboards. And they want to evaluate Salesforce analytics features, right? What is the standard capability versus do Salesforce offer a product which is more sophisticated, which can inject a lot of data and then provide the data analysis, visualization, and maybe also have an intelligence layer on top of it, right? Apart from that, they want strong integration capabilities, right? So they want to connect Salesforce clouds. They also want to connect Salesforce as their CRM system with a lot of other systems they have in the background. Different SAP applications. They also have some Oracle applications. They also plan to use AWS for hosting some of their websites. They want to do this integration, and they want to evaluate how this can be done. They want the data to be available whenever needed, and then also provide a 360 view of the customer, right? So that's also very important for them. They also want to have an integration, and they also want to have an artificial intelligence layer, right? Which is kind of embedded as part of the user experience, especially on the Salesforce side. Which also help them in cross-sell and upselling, also provide deep insight about their customers and also in internal users. And these should be cloud-specific AI use cases, right? Last but not the least, they have a lot of applications currently. They will retire some of the applications, and they want to move the data from the legacy systems to Salesforce and the other systems, right? So which will require definitely data transformation, data uploads multiple times, also making sure the data quality is pretty good, both before going live and after going live as part of the ongoing maintenance. And then, of course, they want to set up the data governance program. So apart from this, this is more of a Salesforce kind of part, right? They can as well go for other products, not for CRM needs. Definitely, they are quite inclined towards sales service cloud, but for, let's say, for marketing need, they might also go for some other solution, right? For CPQ, they might use, I don't know, SAP CPQ, something like that, right? So they have other systems, which they want to integrate, but they will have SAP implementation. They will set up maybe additional AI needs. Of course, there are other parts like training, enablement, also part of the transformation program. Okay, so with that, let us work jointly with Pat in creating a high-level solution using Salesforce products. As I said, there are alternative products which could also be used in this use case, but because we want to, Pat is an enterprise architect who has worked mostly on the Salesforce side. He has a very solid understanding of Salesforce, so he's going to suggest the Salesforce products in most cases. Okay, so how should we do it? So we will essentially go to the drawing board, yeah, and we will basically, Pat has done some background work already. So he's part of the journey from last few months. He has already done some background work. And, what we are going to do now is to fill the Salesforce products here, as well as, so we have the business capability here. We are going to fill the Salesforce product features here and the Salesforce cloud here, right? So let's start. So as I said, right, for the sales need, we have lead management, we have customer and business contact management, we have activity management, we have sales management, sales performance management. So we have these capabilities, and with that, if you try to map it to Salesforce, right? Salesforce product features, essentially, you will have something like this, right? So for your sales need, definitely Sales Cloud is the right solution, right? The Salesforce already put a lot of out of the box features, right? So out of the box lead management process, right? Then we have the account and contact management, activity and management, which covers basically the task and events, right? An opportunity management module, right? So essentially for sales, right? So Salesforce also provides a lot of sales management features, right? So for example, high velocity sales, right? Sales path. You can also use Einstein activity capturing. There's also outbound calling using sales dialer, right? You can also use Einstein forecasting, right? For the forecasting need, along with the collaborative forecasting. And on top of that, you can also use Einstein next best action, right? So it displays the right recommendation to the right people at the right time. So use basically for upselling and cross-selling, right? So Sales Cloud, it's more of a standard features. We are not going to, let's say, a low-level details. Probably some customization might be required on the Salesforce platform, but sales requirement can be easily fulfilled by enabling, these product features. So let's move to the service part, right? So as I said, service is about managing the life cycle of the customer request, service request orchestration, routing of the service request, enabling the self-service, etc. So for that, also Service Cloud is a good product, yeah. And let me do one more thing here, because we are talking about Salesforce products. So let's have Salesforce mentioned here. Okay. So for the service, right? So we have from Salesforce for service needs, we have case management, we have omni-channel routing. So let me do one thing. service needs, we have Service Cloud and or Service Cloud, as I said, right? Case management. Uh, we need to enable omni-channel routing. There's also option for self-service. You also have a lot of agent experience tools like Service Console. You can also enable CTI for your agent. And there are a lot of other related tools which could be used for this purpose, right? And for the customer feedback, Salesforce Service could be used, or also there are a lot of other app exchange applications that could be used for getting the feedback once a case is closed. Okay, this looks good. Moving on to the marketing. Pat evaluated few of the marketing automation tools using, the Pardot, Marketing Cloud, and also Adobe Experience, Adobe Marketo. And then they basically are more inclined towards Marketing Cloud, right? Marketing Cloud itself is a portfolio of products provided by Salesforce. Quite a lot of things like campaigns and segmentation, customer journeys, transaction and promotional emails. You can also have personalized emails. You can set up the preference center, subscription center. You can also have your email template defined. You can have common branding. So Marketing Cloud is a tool of choice. In this case, so we'll have Marketing Cloud here. We are proposing Marketing Cloud. That's good. Moving to the other capabilities, yeah. So CPQ and billing, right? So for CPQ and billing, and these are typical requirements: product pricing, configuration, creation of the quotation, and also maybe creating proposals before you do that, billing and invoicing and all. So CPQ, Salesforce CPQ, which is essentially Revenue Cloud, right? So you can do both the CPQ and billing. Is a good choice here. So let me, okay. So you can do the product configuration. You can have the quote management completely inside the Revenue Cloud. You can also do multi-cloud billing, right? Which is very powerful. You can manage your invoicing. You can also have validation, right? So you can have validation on the quotation itself. You can also validate sales orders. You can do revenue recognition, at least part of it, right? The most part will be done in SAP, but some part of it you can do inside, right? So with Revenue Cloud, you can combine the sales, so sales channels such as direct sales, partner, and digital storefront. Yeah, you can have product bundles. You can handle complex configuration. You can produce invoices, maybe that originates in different systems. You can also collect payments using billing, Salesforce billing. You can even also manage Dunning, right? Dunning inside the Revenue Cloud. Moving on to the digital commerce need, right? So the company want to set up a B2B web shop. They want to do merchandising. They want to have product recommendation. They also want to do the assisted sales. Yeah. They also want to offer self-service, and they want to capture, orders through multiple channels. They also want to have an ability for negotiated pricing, right, from their storefront. So Salesforce B2B commerce is a good fit here. It's a powerful product. It has evolved in the last few years. A lot of companies have started using, Salesforce B2B commerce for their need. So B2B. So Pat is actually suggesting B2B commerce for this. So with that, you will be able to create a digital storefront. Yeah, you can set up the merchandising, you can set up the product recommendations. Um, it also enables you to integrate to various systems, B2B commerce systems like inventory, the payment gateways, taxation systems, order processing, warehouse, etc. Right? It also provides a CPQ and B2B commerce connector so that you can, you know, um, you can build a negotiated pricing use case, right? You can sync your cart, you can sync your orders, you can sync your pricing and product across Revenue Cloud and B2B commerce using this connector, right? So it basically pretty much solves the requirements for the customer. Moving to the analytics part. So the company want to enable the standard reporting capabilities, but at the same time, they also need sophisticated visualization, maybe also added intelligence to the reporting, right? So what Pat is suggesting is Tableau CRM for their analytics need. So standard reporting can still be done in Salesforce clouds, right? Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, CPQ, B2B commerce. But if you want, let's say you want to inject a lot of data to a tool and then basically run different reports out of it, or you want to have very sophisticated visualization, you can do that using the Tableau CRM, right? You can also bring the data from other systems, right? SAP, maybe AWS, or wherever the data is kept, and then do the reporting in Tableau CRM, right? So it provides a lot of different connectors which could be used for this to inject the data and then basically creating the report, right? You can create different lenses and then you can have slice and dice data. So Tableau CRM provides already a lot of pre-built applications, right? So it basically have a sales analytics app, it has service analytics app, it also have B2B analytics app. Even it has revenue operation analytics, right? Which helps the sales team gain the insight on the pipelines, right? Can be used to improve the forecasting accuracy, right? And generate more revenue. So that's the analytics part. Then in terms of unifying, have a connected experiences, you need to bring the data. You have to move the data between different systems, right? So there's a need to connect the Salesforce clouds. There's a need to connect Salesforce with other systems, and Salesforce provides you ability to actually do that, right? So Salesforce provide MuleSoft, which is essentially can be used as an integration layer. Of course, you can have different middleware, right? Maybe you can use Kubernetes or maybe some as you already have it, or maybe vendor selection and use the right middleware. But Salesforce provides MuleSoft, which could be used as a middleware integration layer. Salesforce provides a lot of different integration patterns, right? Which can be used here. It also provides the event architecture, which is becoming popular these days. And it offers different APIs for different use cases. SOAP API, REST API, Streaming API. It also provides productized customers, the productized connectors, right? For example, Marketing Cloud connector, right? It connects basically the Sales Service Cloud to Marketing Cloud, right? It also provides non-productized connector, for example, CPQ and B2B commerce connector, which basically which synchronize data model between the two systems, right? CPQ as well as B2B. So these connectors are very useful for quick integration of data between the Salesforce clouds. So that's basically the integration part. And of course, there are other stuff, right? The governor limits you have to take care of. There's also event monitoring, right? And there's a lot of other non-functional requirements which can be fulfilled. Coming on to the artificial intelligence layer, right? So Salesforce has embedded AI to most of its products, yeah, and these products are so there are features. Um, there are features which are embedded as part of sales Einstein, sales Einstein, service Einstein, marketing cloud Einstein, revenue cloud Einstein, right? And if you look into these features, so it's like for Sales Cloud, it's Einstein activity capture, lead scoring. It's a very good example. There are features for forecasting, for example, Einstein forecasting, right? Also provide account insight, opportunity insight, right? The point is, the Einstein features, the artificial intelligence layer is already embedded as part of the Salesforce products. Um, Similarly, there is Service Cloud Einstein feature. So Einstein article recommendation, reply recommendation. For Marketing Cloud also, there is engagement scoring. There's also send time optimization, right? When should you send an email to the customer based on a lot of previous data, right? Messaging insight, engagement frequency, how frequently you should engage with a certain type of customer, right? All those things could be also used. So that's the intelligence layer. Then on the data management part, right? So the idea is to move data between the different legacy systems, doing the data transformation, maintaining the data quality, setting up the data governance, right? So that's also possible. So data analysis and transformation exercise has to be done. Tool, for example, Salesforce data loader to migrate the data based on bulk API, and you can set up data governance and move the data into production, right? It's a lengthy exercise. It has its own set of steps to be done, but typically in every project or program, you do it anyways. So with that, essentially, we have gone through the capabilities requirements, very high level requirements, and try to map it to Salesforce products. This looks good. We have covered Sales Cloud, we have covered Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud requirements, Commerce, CPQ, Tableau, CRM. We have covered. know, we have covered also the integration requirement, data, as well as artificial intelligence. Right? So we covered pretty much everything. So how does it all come together? So let's have a. So Pat has done a lot of background work, right? He's a good architect. He has done a lot of background work already. So we are not going to recreate this diagram. It's already here. So how does it? How does it? How this all uh, can be seen in a unified way, right? So that's a target architecture integrated view. I'll try to zoom it out. Okay, so we have for the customer, we have certain legacy system which will be retired, and these the data will be consolidated. This is multiple data sets, including accounts, contacts, the open opportunities, open quotations, and a lot of other data that will be brought in, products, pricing, etc. And then we have the Salesforce platform. So most of the products are already built on Salesforce platform, which is pretty good. So Sales Service Cloud, CPQ billing, B2B commerce, Experience Cloud for self-service. These are all built on Salesforce platform, right? And these are by default already connected. There are, because CPQ and B2B commerce have different data models. So data models can be synchronized using the CPQ B2B connector, which I talked about earlier. And also the Salesforce declarative platform features like flows, right? And Einstein Next. that best section are also part of the Salesforce platform. Then we have talked about the CTI, so service connected to Service Cloud. We are proposing here Amazon Connect and Service Cloud Voice as part of the CTI solution. Also, Salesforce applications, Salesforce app, basically, right, available on Android and iOS, can be used by the executive users and the users for the reporting purpose. Salesforce also offer different applications, right, as part on the Android and iOS platform. The customers would basically be connected to Salesforce ecosystem or via the Experience Cloud. They also use CTI and Einstein bot light chat to connect with the company. They can raise complaints or service requests, or they can try to find their orders, or I don't know, code, whatever. Marketing Cloud, again, is used for the segmentation journeys, transactional and promotional emails that will be sent to customers and partners. Then the data which is required in Marketing Cloud can be provided from different systems, including Salesforce, but it could also be via the legacy systems, right, via MuleSoft. Tableau CRM for reporting, as I said, Tableau CRM provides a lot of different connectors options. It's very easy to connect the different Salesforce systems and also the other systems via, let's say, MuleSoft. It will be used for the analytics purpose. On the integration side, MuleSoft is our integration layer. It provides capability around event handling, routing, transformation, error handling, protocol conversion, monitoring, administration, right? So the company, if it is selected, company needs to procure licenses for MuleSoft. They also have legacy systems like SAP and other systems and a cloud-based system, which would also be connected to Salesforce ecosystem via the MuleSoft layer. And on the MuleSoft side, you can have different APIs, right? User experience, process system API to pull the data and then display as required. Of course, billing, B2B commerce is connected with a lot of other applications or systems like inventory, payment, taxes, warehouse, order management system, which is not part of here, but which is part of the here, right? Which will be connected using MuleSoft. And then on the collaboration part, because this is also one of the key objective, we are Pat is basically suggesting Slack as a tool. Slack is a very powerful Salesforce product. It's deeply integrated with most of the Salesforce clouds, and you can schedule a meeting. You can have video, audio meetings. You can record the sessions. You do a lot of collaboration. You can have your notification. You can also connect, Slack with a lot of other applications like Zoom or Jira or other systems, right? So that would also be help in collaboration, right? So for the requirement for this transformation program, that's basically the target architecture. So I think Pat has done a good job here. So with that, I would like to wrap up the session. We will have more sessions in coming days and months. And if you want to connect with me, you can add me to LinkedIn. Otherwise, thanks a lot for joining the session and hope to see you soon.